I was, I guess, fairly facile at ad-libbing. I would, in radio and the radio classes and stuff, and doing disc jockey work, I was pretty good at thinking on my feet. And I guess he thought that would hold me in good stead. But, who knows? I mean, it's, thank God he's put me up for it, but look, especially at that point, I think there was one other African American on the air in Syracuse, and in fact, the general manager was so nervous about it, he actually hired a security guard, and we were kind of like, well, what, are people going to storm the station? What, they didn't get any calls, nothing happened. It was just, here's Al Roker. When they would super his name, he wasn't even Willard Scott. It was just Willard ! I mean, seriously. And one day I got this call, and I was like, "Hell!" It was about about 7 o'clock. Hey, who's this? And I said, "This is Al Roker. Who's this?" It's Willard. I'm out front. Why don't you come on? Well, let's go to dinner. He just kind of called out of the blue, and we went to this Italian restaurant that was across the street from our station, Alfred's La Trattoria restaurant. And I mean, when you ate in Washington with Willard, it was like dining with the king. I mean, people were coming up, and women were kissing him on the head because when he got off the air, he made no pretensions about being bald. He wore the wig because they wanted him to. But as soon as he got off the air, he threw it on his desk, and he went out to dinner. And women were kissing him on his head, and it was just, everybody knew Willard, and he really kind of took me under his wing, and really mentored me. I mean, I would say as a second dad. And he gave me the two best bits of advice I ever got, which was always be yourself, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. You can create a character and everything, but he said, I think, you just need to be yourself. And the other one was never give up your day job. He said, look, I mean, I love doing the Today Show, and, I love doing other projects, but, the Today Show is my bread and butter. And he says, he goes, you stay on the train until you get off to the last stop, and even then you don't get off until the conductor tells you to get off. So I have taken both pieces of advice to heart.
Now you said he said to be yourself. In those early years, were you yourself on camera?
Yeah, you know what? I think in the beginning, until he told me that, I think I was kind of manic and trying to create a character, and it's a lot of work because you have to be somebody else. And then it was like, that makes sense. It's a lot easier. So you don't have to force stuff. You don't have to, because it can become tiring having to be this person that maybe you're not, or that you are, but that you have ramped it up so that it's like you're always up here.
What kind of things were you doing?
Groundhog's Day, popped out of a manhole cover dressed as a groundhog. Just goofy stuff, and it was work, and probably not helpful in fostering credibility. So, I think you can have a good time, you can have fun as long as people feel it's genuine, and that's what he was saying.